Do you incur capital gains when you sell a vacation home? Answer to that in just a second. But before we get there, I'd like you to imagine a friend going through a what-if scenario that creeped into their lives. But they were fully prepared because you shared this video. We would appreciate it, as will your friend. I'm Valerie Zammitti, an estate planning attorney in New York and New Jersey, and we're here to educate everyone for free before something occurs in their life or yours. So drop your questions and we'll do our best to get back to you. So if you sell a vacation home that is not your primary residence, you will not have the residency exemption of $250,000. In essence, what that means is that you will pay capital gains on the difference between the value that you purchased it for and any improvements after you deduct the cost of the sale price. So if your purchase price, just to throw some numbers out there, was $200,000 and you put $100,000 in capital improvements, I could define capital quickly for you. Items that essentially increase the value of that home. You put on a new roof, you put in a driveway, you've remodeled the kitchen. Things of that sort are considered capital improvements. So if you put another $100,000 of capital improvements over your time owning that property on top of your original purchase price of $200,000, you now have what's called the cost basis of $300,000. If you go to sell this vacation home for $500,000, you will have a $200,000 capital gain. You don't pay $200,000. That's the taxable portion of that difference. And based on your rate and where you live and what your other tax bracket is, you could have maybe a maximum of 20%, say, on the federal side, taxable. And then I'll throw out, if your state has income tax, which would be considered ordinary income tax on the state level typically, you would have, say, another 10%, just throwing that out there. So maybe a 30% tax on your $200,000 of gain. Or what is that? 60,000? Is that right? I was a math major. Doesn't mean I can do math in my head. Anyway, 30% of 200,000, 60,000. I think that's right. Anyway, that's how it works. It's a vacation home. You don't get the $250,000 capital gains exclusion because it's not your primary residence. And that has some levels of requirement on how long you've lived in your primary residence before you can get that exemption upon sale. So just keep that in mind. We hope that this information was helpful to you or a friend, and please don't forget to please share. Of course, as well, take care.